So far, we've covered homes that are permanently affixed to land and how they become real property. But what happens when a mobile or manufactured home is not affixed, such as those located on rented land or in mobile home parks? These homes are treated very differently under Arizona law, and as a broker, it's essential to understand the distinctions. Homes on rented land or in mobile home parks. Many mobile and manufactured homes in Arizona are situated in mobile home communities where the buyer leases the lot rather than owning it. Leased land. The homeowner owns the home but not the land, which means the home remains personal property. Examples of locations: O Mesa or Chandler mobile home parks, O rural communities in Pinal County, O retirement communities like Sun City, where lots may be leased. Key concept: a manufactured home on leased land cannot be treated as real property, regardless of foundation or tie-downs. This affects financing, title, taxes, and resale options. Broker tip: always ask whether the lot is owned or leased. This determines if the home is real property or chattel. Treated as personal property, not real property. When a home is classified as personal property, it is legally referred to as chattel. Implications: O financing is usually through a chattel loan, which is typically higher interest and shorter term than conventional mortgages. O property taxes are assessed differently, often at a lower rate than real property. O transfer and sale of the home follow personal property title rules rather than real estate procedures. Example: a 2005 manufactured home in a Gilbert mobile home park is on a leased lot. The buyer finances through a chattel loan, and the county taxes the home as personal property. Even if the home is on a concrete slab, it remains personal property because the land is leased. Requirement for personal property title transfer. Arizona law requires that personal property titles be properly transferred when a chattel home is sold. Transfer process. O. The seller signs over the certificate of title to the buyer. O. The buyer submits the paperwork to the Arizona Department of Transportation, ADOT, Motor Vehicle Division, MVD, to register the home in their name. O. A bill of sale or purchase contract may also be required for proof of ownership. Example: a broker in Tucson assists a buyer purchasing a 1998 mobile home in a leased lot community. The broker ensures the seller signs the title, the buyer completes the ADOT MVD transfer, and the proper registration fees are paid. Licensing and registration with ADOT. All mobile and manufactured homes not affixed to real property must be registered with ADOT, similar to a vehicle. Registration requirements. O proof of ownership, title or bill of sale. O ADOT fees for registration. O display of ADOT registration sticker on the home. Inspection requirements. Some counties or cities may require inspections for safety, plumbing, or electrical compliance prior to registration. Broker tip: ensure buyers understand their responsibilities. Register the home with ADOT immediately after purchase. Keep proof of registration and title in case of resale. Explain that personal property classification affects loan options, taxes, and resale value. Example: in Pinal County, a buyer purchases a 2003 mobile home in a community with leased lots. The ADOT registration process confirms the buyer as the new owner of the chattel, allowing them to legally move or sell the home in the future. Arizona statutes and broker responsibilities. Brokers must follow state law and ADRI guidelines even when the home is personal property. ARS. Paragraph 41-2142. Regulates manufactured homes in Arizona and the sale of homes through licensed dealers. R428502A and E. All advertising must be truthful, including disclosures that the home is personal property and located on leased land. Misrepresentation can lead to disciplinary action. Title transfer obligations. Verify that the seller has a clear title and that ADOT transfer requirements are met. Real-world example. A broker in Mesa lists a 1999 manufactured home in a mobile home park. The listing clearly states it is personal property on a leased lot. Financing is chattel only, and the buyer must register the home with ADOT. By accurately disclosing these facts, the broker avoids potential legal and compliance issues. Key differences from affixed homes. Feature affixed home, real property. Not affixed, chattel. Land ownership must own land. Leased land or lot, title converted via affidavit of affixture. Personal property title via ADOT financing. Conventional mortgage, chattel loan. Taxes, real property tax assessment. Personal property tax assessment. Registration county records. ADOT registration required resale marketed like standard home marketed as personal property. Limited financing options. Arizona example. Putting it all together. Scenario. Buyer. Mike purchases a 2000 manufactured home in a Mesa mobile home park. Lot. Leased, so the home remains personal property. Title. Seller signs over the certificate of title. ADOT registration. Buyer registers the home with ADOT, pays fees, and keeps documentation for future sale. Broker role. Ensures all disclosures are accurate, advertises the home as chattel, and confirms ADOT transfer compliance. Outcome. Mike can legally own, occupy, or sell the home in the future, but the home is not treated as real property, and financing options are limited to chattel loans. Section 1.3 Key Takeaways. 1. Non-affixed homes. Personal property. Chattel. They are not real estate, even with permanent foundations. 2. Land ownership matters. Leased lots prevent conversion to real property. 3. Title transfer. Personal property titles must be signed over and registered with ADOT. 4. ADOT registration. Required for legal ownership and future sale. 5. Broker responsibilities. Disclose the property status accurately, ensure ADOT transfer, and inform buyers about financing and tax implications.